Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are hosting you to the IBSU radio, and Mr. Gregory Mazurek with us. He is from the Kozminski University from Poland, and he is on the trip to us about many cooperation. And we have a couple of questions for him, for our IBSU International Black Sea University audience. And I'm going to give him the floor for you, and I'm going to ask him if he could introduce himself for us.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. It's a great pleasure for me to be here in Georgia, in your fabulous school. This is my first time in Georgia. Nevertheless, Georgia is very well known in our school at Kozminski University, and IBSU is a very good partner of us. I am a professor of marketing. I specialize myself in digital marketing, so with things connected with internet, with social media, with something what is called right now digital transformation. And simultaneously, for the last 7 years, I am a vice rector for international cooperation, which means that, among others, my main duties are to be here, to create friendship with our great partners, and to encourage students to visit Poland and our Kozminski University in particular. What I may say? Well, 20 years ago, I was just like you. I was one of the students of Poznan University in Poland, and I decided to go abroad. And well, basically, my experience abroad was the one which changed completely my life, because, and I like to say it to our students, that going abroad, for you, for example, to Kozminski, to Poland, may really broaden your perspective concerning your life and may create completely new opportunities. And I'm not joking right now, because my first Erasmus was in Holland, in Tilburg University, very good business school. And I met there a fabulous lady whose name is Lucina. And Lucina is my wife for hopefully for the rest of my life. So I met my wife actually during Erasmus program. So when I meet students, I usually tell them the story, and they're very shocked that this internationalization can have such a huge impact on your life. So this is one example. The other example is that when I studied there, I also saw that first of all, I'd love to work for university, and I really wanted to deal with topics which I'm focusing on mostly right now, which is the influence of internet on economy. So going abroad simply is, I would say, the most important thing during your career, during your time at any university, especially here, because as far as I know, IBSU have many partners and is very much devoted to encouraging you to go abroad. So I know life is hard. Usually we think about, yes, I need holidays to rest, I need to go to work. But sometimes it's much better to step for a while and to spend, for instance, 6 months in countries like Poland, I don't know, Portugal, Spain, and so on, because right there you can simply open your mind, and you can see different people, you can appreciate the different cultures, and that makes your life to be on a completely other level than just focusing on that what you do particular here and that particular time. So Kozminski is a good place to come. Because of many reasons. I think the most important reason is that this is the most international school in Poland. We have students from more than 70 nationalities. We have many programs run in English, and we are also triple accredited school, highly ranked in Financial Times rankings. So you can simply appreciate the experience, the international experience. And also you can have contact with Polish culture and Polish economy, which is booming right now. And for sure, this initial connection with Poland may result in the future with some business connections and doing some things together.
That's really good. Great. And we've been also enjoying our cooperation with the Kozminski University. And hopefully we are going to deepening more and strengthen our cooperation links with the Kozminski. And you are on the visit to talk more with the faculty members about the double degree program. How that meeting went?
Yeah, so obviously the most important part of the visit was to meet with your faculty members or with your management board, because we are discussing right now completely new initiative, which is called double degree, which simply means that you would be able to get two diplomas, one diploma from IBSU and one diploma from Kozminski. We plan to do it for our bachelor program in finance. And yes, this meeting went well. I think the most important conclusion is that both sides are very eager to do that. Obviously, devil is in detail, so the next weeks we'll spend on making this program be ready in details, which means setting the right subjects, the courses you'll have to do, the requirements for admission to such double degree program. But basically speaking, we'll do our best, and we keep our fingers crossed to make this program run. Hopefully next year. Hopefully, yeah. So this was the most important part of the visit. Nevertheless, your amazing faculty also took care of my visit here. So I already had a chance to see fabulous mountains, fabulous churches, and many places in Tbilisi.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I was going to ask that question. So you were with Mr. Goga, he's our Vice Rector for International Affairs.
Yes.
And even though 2 days, right, traveling all around.
Yes.
And can you a little bit explain or tell us which places you visited and which one you liked and which one you didn't like, or which for the future also?
Yes.
Or would you like to plan to come in winter time also?
Okay, so I start with the, I like to call it chemistry, with the atmosphere you have. So I'm really not here diplomatic, or I'm not here to say nice things. I'll tell you deeply from my heart what I feel.
Sure.
I feel that Georgian people are very similar to Polish people because of many reasons. Well, one of the reasons is that we have the same history. In the last, let's say, 70 years are very similar for you and for us. But it's not only the history, it's also kind of feeling and the appreciation of friendships and the relationship between people. It's very important for us in Poland, and I see here. So when you ask me what places I admired here, I will tell you the most admired place I had here was a dinner with the family of Goga when we drink Georgian wine, and we just had a great dinner together. So it's not about mountains, it's not about villages, it's about this moment, those 2 hours we spent together, just like friends. So I think this is also very important generally for our nations, that we are very similar to each other. We think very similarly about many things. So that will be good not only for double degree, for sending students or accepting students. It's basically good for development of both our countries. We also know very well from the recent history of Poland that Poland was always very in favor of, very helpful for Georgia and other way around. And I think this is not going to happen. Just the opposite. It will be even stronger. As for the places, yes, there is. There are mountains north from Tbilisi, which we know very well, and this is what I see. As I'm a skier and I love to ski, and I see that this is really the place with huge potential for Polish tourists who right now are in a way forced to go for skiing to Austria or to Italy, which means huge distance basically. Whereas here, if you take a plane from Warsaw, it's 3-hour trip, so it's quite close. And I saw that the infrastructure is amazing. So those of you who would like to build business with Poland and who think about Polish people eager to come here, for sure, skiing time is the best time when you can encourage them to come, and I also do my best to encourage people to come. I particularly also want to come here next winter with my fabulous family to experience this atmosphere here.
That's wonderful. So from the marketing perspective,
from the I'm sorry, I'm professor of marketing, so yes. Exactly. Whatever I do, I have this perspective of marketing, of selling things. So yes, this place has huge potential.
I mean, looking from the in 5 years.
In 5 years, what I see from the experience of other countries who are neighbor of Poland, I think that in 5 years you may expect great infrastructure for people. The infrastructure focused mostly on international clients, and the prices which will be still competitive to the prices of Austria or Italy, but probably honestly not, the prices will go up from that what you have right now. Usually there are not many places in Europe where you can go for skiing actually. And skiing simultaneously as a sport grows up immensely. So basically speaking, demand for such sport rises. Simultaneously, the prices of traveling goes down. So you may expect, I'm absolutely sure about it, you may expect a lot of tourists from my country. And I see it already when we visited Tbilisi and many places around. I was scanning through the peoples, trying to find out who actually is visiting those places. So I saw that yes, you have many Russians coming, but simultaneously you have a lot of Polish people here. And we are not talking about young people who go here for trekking. We are talking here about organized trips for people who are 50 plus, so for older people who just like me and many other Polish people who have this natural feeling that Georgia is a country which they like and which they like to discover.
Great. That's going to be my last question. What would you say for the future marketing students and current marketing students about the personal development and to the building a career in your perspective, and is also Polish perspective?
Well, first of all, I'll say that if you want to build your future in business and in marketing in particular, seems like the world is going into one direction. Don't ask me if it's a good direction, but the world goes into one direction, and the direction is digitalization. So using internet, using social media, using artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, so all those so-called emerging technologies in business. This becomes very important right now, and it's not only to create startups or internet companies, it's about changing the traditional companies according to digital rules, which basically means that many traditional companies need people who are competent in using digital environment. So no matter whether we talk about marketing, finance, management, HR, having those digital skills and understanding how digital environment changes the business is very important right now. So this is my first piece of advice. Whatever concerns digital world, try to learn as much as possible. Try to gain new skills. You can have courses at school, at your fabulous university, but there are many online courses as well where you can develop your competences and skills. So this is the first thing. The second thing is entrepreneurship. So I know that the entrepreneur spirit here is very strong. So it's good to, my piece of advice is not to be scared about losing things, about committing mistakes. When I see my students, Kozminski students, I see they're very eager to start their own businesses. They don't particularly, well, for them it's still okay to work for some company, but they also want to start their own business. And again, digital world gives you this possibility. You can work in a company, but simultaneously you can, for instance, develop your e-commerce activities online. So trying to be an entrepreneur in spirit, trying to find new solutions thanks to digital environment, I think this is one of the most important things you should learn. Right? And obviously learning languages and go international, I mean, to know as many other countries and cultures as possible, because it also gives you very interesting business ideas. Actually, with Professor Goga, we discussed a couple of ideas where we started comparing that how people live here and how people live in Poland. And we are not only talking about the wine industry. There are many other industries where we can see that you can come up with new businesses only thanks to the visit to the other country.
Exactly.
So having the eyes open, talking to people, having friends around the world, and be humble. Be humble in the way that it's good to understand that the world is changing very dramatically right now. So try to learn all the time. Yes, and maybe at the end, one maybe this is important piece of advice. We live in a world when education does not finish when you are, let's say, 25. The world is turbulent, many things change, so actually we have to learn how to learn and unlearn. So how to develop yourself all the time, which is painful, yes, but actually right now it's really it's necessary. Everybody would like to sit down and drink wine for 5 days a week, but the world right now is very tough, and we have to learn.
Yeah.
We have to learn all the time.
You have to dig in and discover the new.
Yes, discover new things
Exactly.
and unlearn. Yes,
Unlearn.
this is very important, that we learn something, and right now very often we have to unlearn those things to start doing
Exactly,
things
yeah.
differently.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anything
It's a
else
great
you want to
pleasure.
add?
I'm just very happy to be here. Honestly, it's a
Right.
great pleasure for me.
Great, thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Grzegorz Mazurek, did I say right?
Yes,
With
perfect.
us from the Kuzminski University's Professor of Marketing, and we also enjoyed his company with us, and we discussed a lot of opportunities and cooperation, and hopefully we would like to see him again to the Georgia and in the winter or summer. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.